Jim, welcome to Talk Satellite. Wonderful to catch up with you here in DC once again.
Yep, it's been a year since the last time we spoke, and it's been an interesting year both for the industry and for UltiSat, and lots of good things going on right now.
How would you describe the company's mission and where you are focused during 2026 ahead?
Yeah, so we like to think about ourselves as providing connectivity and solutions for, missions of critical need, right? Missions of consequence, we call them, right? So things that are, important, and not that every mission isn't important, but some are more important than others, right? So the things that are critical to life, safety, winning the battle, all those kind of things. And so the solutions that we put together are generally tailored around those who are in those hard places doing communications and things that maybe sometimes we won't even hear about until they're done and on the news later.
The SATCOM landscape is evolving quickly. Multi-orbit, hybrid networks, contested environments. How is UltiSat positioning itself within that shift?
It's kind of a crazy time, right? I mean, in the last couple of years, we've seen LEO come on in a very fast way. I think we're kind of in that next phase of where we're going to see new LEO constellations come into play. And I think what that creates is opportunity for companies like UltiSat to kind of be that middleware, right? The glue that kind of holds all that together. You got Constellation A, Constellation B, soon C and D coming along, tied with GEO. We have some pretty unique wireless capabilities that we have as well. And so, our customers are not looking for GEO or LEO. They're looking for connectivity. They're looking for a capability, right? And so that's what we try to deliver is something that kind of glues all the different modes of communication together. And we do that primarily through what we call Unified Multipath Connectivity, or UMC. And we've got a couple different kits that we bundle together to bring all those different modes of communication together so that the user, all they got to do is turn it on and they're able to communicate. They don't have to worry about what path it's taking.
What would you say are the biggest connectivity challenges you're hearing from the government and defense users right now? And what is UltiSat doing to address these challenges? And how does UltiSat Sigma Gemini ST1 solution address those challenges too?
So a little bit back to the last question, right? So whatever mode is available, right? And so our customers are looking for connectivity, typically in hard places. And so the challenge there is it available? Does it perform the way we need it to? How does it interact with other systems? Is it contested? We're seeing a lot of activity in harm's way, right? Where there's contested environments, both for communications, but also for PNT and timing and those kind of things. And then one of the biggest issues that our customers are facing is I want all these modes of communication, but I can't afford to pay for them all full-time, 24/7. I need some kind of mechanism by which I can get access to the ones that I need when I need them and not have to pay kind of full boat for everything all at once. And so that's kind of where we can fit in. And our Sigma Gemini capability allows users to shape traffic, use multiple paths or not, turn on and turn off particular paths if either one's not available or they need to maximize efficiency across multiple paths. And so that's where our solution kind of helps, right? We're not the actual satellite operator, but we're able to make maximum use out of all the different modes. And that Sigma Gemini kit is the enabler for that.
UltiSat just launched the new UEK backpack and transit case. What drove the development of this next generation portable SATCOM line? And can you walk us through what makes these kits different from traditional man packs or flyaway solutions?
What we're finding with users is, the days of having, large systems that are, have to have, large transport systems associated with them are kind of not as mission focused as they need to be, right? So smaller is better. Smaller typically means cheaper in many cases, right? And so our ability to put a lot of stuff into a small form factor like our backpack, like our transit case, that gives kind of a full suite of solutions in a small size that's able to kind of move around the battlefield. So imagine being able to throw it on your back as opposed to having a vehicle to tow a trailer or an aircraft to deliver a system. And so both of those are really driven by, our customers having to move lighter, faster, smaller, cheaper, but still have all the same kind of connectivity that they need to do the mission. And so our UEK, which is the UMC or Unified Multipath Connectivity expeditionary kits, the two flavors are a backpack and a transit case, are directed right at those tactical users that are moving fast, stopping for a little while, set up, do their job, tear down and move, and allows them to do that all quickly and relatively seamlessly. They don't have to be experts at any one particular technology.
What should customers and partners expect next from UltiSat?
Yeah, so obviously adoption of kind of the new LEO fleets as they come on board. There's two out there today that are pretty active, and as those new fleets come on, so bringing those new technologies from a LEO perspective into the fold. I think satellite and space and communication coordination is a big deal. And so we'll be partnering with and already have started partnering with other companies to help use the modes of communication that either we provide or sometimes, customers bring their own to the table, us allowing them fast, easy, seamless way to orchestrate whatever means of communication they have to do their mission.
As a takeaway, what trends are you seeing in that market out there?
Faster, lighter, smaller, like we talked about earlier, but also cheaper, right? In the good old days of just GEO, customers set aside a pretty large budget. Well, there's lots of things that are distracting from that budget. And there's also these new capabilities that they want to have that are, faster throughput, lower latency, and all those kind of things. And so you got to find a way to help maximize the use of the available dollars that our customers have, because they're not an endless supply. Certainly when we see kinetic operations like we're seeing in Iran right now, and even Venezuela to a smaller degree, those are opportunities for technologies to be seen and proven kind of on the battlefield. And so now taking those lessons learned and employing them in maybe different and more efficient ways in the future are certainly areas that we're looking at for the future for UltiSat.
Jim, thank you very much. Thanks for coming along today.
Yeah, thanks for your time. I always enjoy talking to you.